You slip out of your itchy clothes and into the welcoming caress of hot, deep water. The salts and sweats of Zailing melt away as you simply float, bare and free. Above, false stars glimmer bright enough to be worth wishing on. All around, the glow of the trees casts ambient calm on the silent peace. How long has it been since you had a moment like this? Since London? Longer? An occurrence your empire of hands explored, Ash Isthmus quality is now 2. Okay. A thought for your lover? What is the likely last room right now? Are you on your mind? Interesting. Can I do that? Oh, these nights in Wolfstack docks. The noise, the passion, the delightful filth. The hot water hugs you tight as you remember her touch. Your last words before departing. That half smile. Almost, but not quite blossoming into completeness. How long will it be before you feel the touch of skin on skin once again? Awake to see your sleeping brow, always furrowed, as soft and calm as the sea itself. Wait, what was that? Sounded like giggling? Caught. A tiny blonde girl perches, watching on a rock. Her innocent grin is spiced with mischievous glee. But she moves like a monkey. But she giggles like an imp. And the look in your face of being caught bathing in her hot spring, and the one that floods into it as she scoops up your clothes. Okay, little Napoleon child. Shipwrecked as a baby, raised by the empire of hand, she now plays between the worlds of apes and men, neither quite one nor entirely the other. Quest for dignity. Demand that she put those down at once. I don't know. The anger only makes it funnier. The monkey founding sticks out her tongue, grins, and scampers off into the forest on all fours, your stolen possessions in a leather bag slung over her back. Your giggling echoes from the deep in the forest as you splash after her in your goosebumps. Chase the monkey founding. Damn it, you cannot return to the crew like this. I'm gonna keep going. Into the forest. Branches scrape across your skin, the damp mud squishes between your toes. There's no sign of the monkey family, but her tracks are easily found. Then there was a trace. You don't know what a trace is? Forest clearing. The footprints lead here. She has not even attempted to hide them. Ouch. Your hand slips into the stinging buttock. The little stone lands in the dirt as a familiar giggle comes from above. You look to see the monkey foundling dangling upside down from a branch by her legs, a blowpipe in her hand and her bag just out of your reach. Tantalizingly so. Taking a deep breath, you politely, very politely request that she return your damn clothes now. The monkey foundling listens and gives you some thought, tapping her blowpipe. Say please. Let it be said. Pretty please? Not good enough. I'm gonna do pretty please. Pretty please? Are you kidding? A gift from the monkey foundling. You just appear to have pretty pleased her, and she decides you deserve a reward. She fishes in her bag and generously throws you a sock. A single, solitary sock. She learns a few new swear words as she races off across the branches, and you're doubled up with laughter. Pursue it. Ah! Your feet step into the coiled rope just as the monkey foundling cuts loose the counterweight, and you feel yourself lying upside down into the trees. Of course she has traps. The wider empire has no shortage of would-be invaders, man and monkey alike. She sits back and enjoys the show as you flail around, trying to get free before apparently taking pity on you. Pity, however, turns out to be casually and without warning cutting you through the rope, dangling in the air, and sending you falling back with a surprised thump to the muddy forest floor. It knocks the air out of your lungs, but you're otherwise unharmed. She pauses for a moment to make sure, before a grin spreads back again and she races off to continue the game. The chase continues. The monkey foundling slides down a vine in front of you. She sticks out her tongue and scampers through the break in the trees. A marsh of terrible stench. It is a place that skunks would think twice of entering if the Empire of Hands had such creatures. The monkey foundling, of course, is unconcerned, as much as home there is high in the branches or running through the forest paths. She almost dances effortlessly across a thin fallen tree that crosses the mire, surrounded by the foulest bubbling mud that has ever invaded your nostrils. High-risk challenge. I made it! Oh, I failed. It is slow going. Your muddy feet slide against the thin trunk as it buckles and strains under your weight. Inch by inch, step by step, you slowly make your way across. Until bored, the monkey foundling suddenly jumps up and down, hard. The tree rolls under your feet. Your balance falls. You slip, tumble, are embraced by a marsh whose smell you will never leave you. You fight to the surface, screaming brown and dripping green, violently coughing up a gagging throatful of the foul slime. The monkey foundling sits cross-legged in the seat of the trees, holding your nose as she points and laughs. Ambush. A screeching... This is crazy. A screeching Pentecost ape drops from the branches. The shock on the monkey foundling's face makes it clear this is not part of her little game. Its rage is focused entirely on her, the ghost of the ash instruments, and the bright soul from which it can uplift itself to glory. It limps from some trap. Earlier, its fur blood-soaked and glistening. It lunges at the monkey foundling, who half rolls, half falls off the stump and yelps as it catches her by the leg. She rolls, shrieks her own howl as she lunges back with a kick that shatters fang and splits its lip. Suddenly further enrages the frothing ape. It strikes. I'm gonna be nice. Rock beats ape. You reach for a stone and bring it crashing down on the distracted ape's head. Its soul cracks, dampness spreading. It collapses to the ground hard. It is not a child's face that looks up at you. Still, you reach a hand down. The monkey foundling just stares at it for a moment, something human returning as the adrenaline fades. For a moment, it looks as though she will take it. But no. She leaps up on her own, bounding away towards the dark safety of her jungle. And then stops. Hesitates. She looks back and tilts her head, beckoning her to follow. It is a look that suggests the game is over, but perhaps not quite finished. Small hiding in the forest. Is this where the monkey foundling lives? Why would she lead you here of all places? The monkey foundling herself is nowhere to be seen, but she has left you something. It sits outside the hut, carefully placed by a large happy face drawn in the black sand. A little prize for being such a good sport. Your clothes, however, are nowhere to be seen, of course, as the monkey part of her would no doubt demand. Where would be the fun in that? An outlandish artifact. I guess I have no... There's just no way I can return with clothes. Your crew reacts with the expected amount of sympathy to your naked return, which is to say exactly none. By the time you board the ship, every last crew member is offhand to see and cheer, with more than a couple letting off flares as impromptu fireworks. It is many, many days before the needling ceases, and you are able to give an order without first scouring it for innuendo. On the plus side, it does boost at least the rest of the ship's mood while it lasts, and you have a new treasure in your collection. You have had worse days. Yep. True. Say, sailing the Empire of Hands, Fountainhead Island. A young ancient empire. The Empire of Hands is hardly as old as they pretend, but mimicry and theft infuses their whole culture. If the Pandys have come to think that rulers will be buried in ancient temples, then these ancient temples they will build. It would hardly be the first time their attempts to mirror humanity have entirely missed the point. Temple in the forest. The vault of the first emperor. It stretches through the forest as a mix of stone and wood. Its style at the mercy of the Pentecost ape's current whimsies and inspirations. It would take a dedicated team to break in and uncover its secrets. Perhaps you will bring one here later. Okay. return to the boat. And then, is there anything else? A Heartsake Island. Thin pillar of greasy, appetizing smoke rises from the only human settlement in the Empire. The Blumenbach Quarantine. The Admiralty has never stated precisely why it seeks to keep the Empire confined, though the most opposition to it fades once said opposers actually encounter a Pentecost ape. They have been easy to corral, however, though they do not lack wit. There is not an inventive bone in their hairy bodies, and no amount of stolen humanity has taught them the art of creating engines. The Lost Treasure Hunter. He squints at a map, muttering incoherently. North for each city. The bats have brought down. He wipes his brow. Have you seen a big X on the ground by any chance? I got these 4 map pieces that got me this far, and said X would mark the spot, but I can't find an X anywhere. He looks at the map sadly. It would be here, he says. Now where am I supposed to dig? He's too busy to talk right now, and adds that he will be in the village later if you want to trade adventuring supplies. Don't try the meatballs, he warns, getting back to his search. You don't want to do that. Approach the village. Greasy smoke and guiltily tempting aromas rise from a collection of huts around a long beach pirate chute and a field of pointedly impaled monkeys. Explosion almost takes off your head. Sorry about that, booms the boisterous pirate, lowering a smoking blunderbuss as bits of shattered tree rain down. New arrival, are we? Well, if you haven't got a tail, you're all right by me. He squints, momentarily suspicious. You don't have a tail, do you? Wouldn't put it past the thieving little buggers to go shaving one of their own. Wouldn't know fair play if it kicked them right up their arse. His voice is louder than his blunderbuss. The congealed meat juices in his thick beard are better not considered. It was not madness that drove these pirates to cannibalism, but years of being shipwrecked without the comfort of meat. After a while, any meat would do. They seem a friendly sort, and are shocked at the idea that there would ever be such poor hostess to eat a guest, but then they have no shortage of supplies. The sea is quiet, the journey... Okay, so I can now prepare a comprehensive port report. Few have reason to brave the waters this far east, especially when the trade embargo. The Admiralty will pay especially well for up-to-date intelligence. Gain 100 fragments. You now have a comprehensive port report, Empire of Hands. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to call it here, because this is an excellent place to stop. I've made it to the Far East. I've sold my soul to monkeys. It is now time to rest. If you liked what you saw, if you like the insanity of this game, hit the like button. And as always, quit your nut on your way out.